All right, we're doing a VOD review of Bronze 2 Fiddlesticks. Actually, I don't know if it's Bronze 2, it's just Bronze. We haven't finished placements yet because school and all that stuff. But I think so looking at the lanes, what we want to look at is the gank ability. Bot lane is not super gankable pre-level 6 before Ashe has ult. Lucian has the dash, also Lux has decent disengage. Then mid lane isn't super easy, you have to bait out the Morgana spell shield. But then top lane, there's a lot of snowball potential, and Trend really needs to cash in on this summoner choice. And so I'd prefer to see you start bot side into top side. And I think that Fiddlesticks has a lot of flexibility that I'd like to see you use. And then we know that Zach started on top side because there's no leash, or because there's a leash on the top side, and Zach really needs a leash. So if you can meet him on his bottom side and get kind of aggressive, I think that Zach is very vulnerable early, and you want to take advantage of that. With this pathing, you want to take advantage of that. Fortunately, Tryndamere gets first blood without your help. I would have preferred a path bottom to top, though. And I didn't watch the first, or I didn't review the first game. It looked pretty good, and I didn't want to review like a complete stomp. I wanted to look at one that hopefully that we can analyze what you could have done differently before all the tilt comes in and stuff like that. So right now bot lane is kind of shoving in, but then you see Lux go for a ward. I would look to hover. Just try to go find out where Zach is. Okay. Now it's gankable bot after that. Yeah, now Morgana went for a ward. This is pretty dangerous, I would say, right now. But I would look, I think at bot lane. Mid lane is tough right now because Morgana now has spell shield. But after the trade that went down bot lane, I would like to see you try and find Zach. Actually, go for this and like probably just put a ward over here so that you'll see if Zach is setting up the counter gank. Because Fiddlesticks takes forever on Scuttle Crab. And now you don't have priority in either lane for this, so you have to leave now that they see you. Morgana and Lux should just collapse. I wouldn't even waste my time here. If you get away with this, it's just them playing poorly. Yeah. You should be dead. So then you reset. Zach takes his top side. Let's see. Do you have anything on your buy? That doesn't feel great. I mean, it's not terrible. But see what you did with your camps here. Since you sequenced, you did blue, wolves, raptors, red. You have opposite camps. So you have like 0 efficiency right now. Either side that you go to of the map is bad. Either way, it's bad. I would prefer to see you go up to Gromp because, you know, Zach is up here, Tryndamere is pushed, and you can potentially counter gank what's going on up here. Down here, there's nothing going on. And also knowing that Zach started topside, that means if you do win the counter gank, then you can go invade his jungle. But going bot side, I mean, just having your camp set up like this in the first place feels kind of bad. And so I would prefer you do something differently on your first clear to make sure that you're not forking yourself like that. And I noticed a lot that you're leading with your E, when I'd prefer to see you lead combos with your Q, because then you're guaranteed to get the silence on a feared target. Because when you walk up and you lead with your E, it's harder to hit. So that's just layering. So you still haven't farmed. You're going for the invade. You know that Zach hasn't reset yet, and so I think getting deep vision here is good. I think I don't know how much value that's gonna give you. That's one thing that's weird about Fiddlesticks is you don't have normal wards. I like to see you put a control ward in this bush right here. Yeah, this is Alex is dead, so you get him because he flashed earlier. Eventually you'll get him. Nice. All right. So you just showed on bot side, and I think that this is a Drake opportunity. Let's see. Yeah, there's priority mid. You have that ward right here to see if Zach is coming. You killed Lux and you just killed Lucian. I think that you can take this fairly quickly. It doesn't do a lot of damage. The Mountain Drake does like the least damage of anything. I wouldn't be surprised if Zach ganks top right now with how pushed in it is, and after you showed bot side. Oh, he's down here. Okay. So you're clearing your top side. You know that his red buff is coming up. Top lane is pushing forward, and so you could potentially walk up into his top side jungle and look for to catch him coming up for the counter gank. And so you could just hover this top lane to make sure that he stays safe. Do you hit 6 off this? No, I don't think you will hit 6. Those are good pings. Yeah, knowing that Zach is probably up there. Yeah, this is really good heads up play. This is exactly where will you hit 6 off that? I guess it doesn't matter. Wait. He had ult? That's just mechanical then. Yeah, that's just a mechanical mistake. So now you want to recall right here. You just want to walk over here, recall. There's nothing to be done up here. You know that Zach is probably in his top side right now. I would guess that he's on like his Krugs. Oh, he went into his bottom side? He went red straight into his bottom half. I don't know. That's weird pathing. And so, yeah, you want to recall into your bottom side so that you can be around the dragon. Top lane is going to push into Tryndamere, so you know that he's safe up here. Zach isn't. He missed his gank window. So this is good pathing. Or good option of what side to go to. Alright. Is this gankable? We know that Zach is down here, so I would be a little bit scared, but we'll see how it goes. I don't hate it. Because Lux is dead, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure Lux was dead. Okay. Yeah, I'm okay with this. Zach is still relatively weak right now. You would assume that he's on the bottom side of the map, though. So let's see. Lead with the Q. Oh, yeah, he gets stunned, so that gives you time for your animation. Yeah, you do want to shove this to make sure that it full resets. And then you could look for Drake. Counter gank mid. When did Zach take his blue? Oh, yeah, he took his blue pretty early. He's been farming very weird. Huh. Let me think about this. I think Morgana's far enough back that you just let this go. Like, Cat is either going to get out or she is going to die, and there's not much that you can do on the counter. You don't have flash, you don't have ult available, and so she just gets out. And I would probably head into. I think you could just start the Drake up here with how low Morgana's health is, because you had the Nami coming over. Lucian is like just coming back from base. This works out because he overplays it, or he doesn't see Nami coming over. Okay, you can Drake now. Yeah, I think closing the game might, or failure to close this game, might come down to objectives. Yeah, because that was a window where you could have taken the Drake and like just started the objective control. Zach just showed top, so let's see what you do with that information. You have ult available. How is this looking? Looking decent. Looking decent. You just need to dodge the Lux Q. Yeah, lead with the Q. Lead with the Q. That would secure you the kill. Like if you led with Q. Because it guarantees the rest of your CC. Like you'll be guaranteed to get your full damage on that. Now you can go to Drake. Okay, there we go. And I agree, with this play, even if the gank doesn't work out, you can still pressure them off bot lane and get secure the Drake. She's just dead. Just leave her. Yeah, just keep farming. Okay, this is rough. I would have preferred if you exited from the dragon. Actually, I don't know if you had the option to exit bottom. Yeah, you did. You could have walked up and then walked down this way towards your Ashe, and then start your clear here on Krugs to go up. Because I actually think these might still be level 1. Yeah, they're still level 1. You haven't cleared your Krugs yet this game. Poor guys. you're missing out on an entire camp. It's actually really easy for you to clear on Fiddlesticks. I mean, you have great AoE clear, because clearing from Raptors to Krugs, you're now stuck on the bottom half of the map, and you don't really want to be here. So yeah, your only efficient option there is to recall, because your ult isn't up for a little bit. 10 seconds. You might have been able to look for a play down here. You have the flash available. Lux used her ult earlier. Neither of them have flash, and also Ash Arrow. I think you could have looked for a play here before resetting, because your ult was up very, very soon. So if that was your plan from the beginning, I'd be okay with it. If your plan after Drake was Raptors, Krugs into a bot lane gank, I'd be okay with it. But that wasn't your plan, so I prefer the option that kept your pathing open if you went into Krugs, Raptors, and then into mid. All right. Yeah, because I think you could have kept farming. If you farmed into your full top side, first of all, you'd be around Herald. Second of all, you would have been able to get your power spike, because right now you were short of it by a few hundred. I think 600 or something. Okay, so now we're getting into the power clear. So there's fighting bot lane. Let's see if Zach shows up. It's up here. I think with the high ping that you're playing on, you just always want to lead with Q. I think it's always better than leading with E. Oh, that would be really ambitious. You don't need to do this. Yeah, just go to Herald. Huh. Yeah, that's unlucky. I mean, they ended up killing Trent because he didn't have ult available. What is this play, though? You're just running all the way across the map. What? Yeah, this is really confusing. This is super inefficient. I mean, you just ran into your top side. Or, like, you started your clear on your top side, which was looking pretty good. Then you were contesting the scuttle here, which is fine. If you had smite, okay, you didn't have smite. That's fine. You can just let him go. I mean, you're probably not going to kill him as soon as he starts charging that E. Or you have to save some of your, like, your E or your Q for when he starts his E animation. Or if you use that early, then he just gets out. But then the rest of this play, I mean, you just ping Tryndamere off and let him know that you're going to go take Herald. I don't think you have to be afraid of the Zac on that health when he doesn't have passive. But then it's because he stays that's the problem. Zac just got passive back up. Yeah, I don't know what he's doing. Without walking up to the turret. Okay, that's his fault. So yeah, once that happens, then you have to leave. I agree with that call. But then walking all the way across the map for something that probably isn't going to be there was a little bit questionable. I would just farm your bottom side. You have Drake coming up in a minute 40. You can full clear your bottom side, reset, and come back on the map with your full item. Because that's honestly all you're trying to do before the next fight, is make sure that you're strong enough. Yeah, this is greedy after, like, this outer turret is down. Your bot lane's not exactly in a position to rotate to this. So are you able to finish your item? I think you're waiting or something. Yeah, now you're just super late coming out to wait. You didn't even get to finish your item, but you're walking out late to dragon. And so that's something to be aware of, is making sure that you hit your power spike before what will be a major fight. Like this dragon coming up, you would be out here for all of this. Like, you would be in the middle of this fight and actually able to participate. But instead, you're just, like, leaving base, and you aren't even strong. So when this fight breaks out, and it's obviously a losing fight. I mean, there's no world where you win this. I would just skip that and go into Rift Herald, because you know that they're going to go take the Drake as soon as it spawns. So give up on that play, cross map, and get something out of it. But I feel like you're going to wait around here and just get nothing. Yep. And now you're kind of just not sure on what to do. Yeah, get something. You got to cross map in this situation. That's good. I mean, that's good. Disengage. They overstayed, so this is good punishment for the overstay. But again, you don't have your items, so you're pretty weak right now. Most of your team is kind of... Actually, your entire team is behind, except for... the Shin is a little bit behind the Tryndamere. So yeah, while they were taking Drake, you could have been taking the Rift Herald, and then when they push mid and they overstay, you ult from this side, and then, I mean, well, that doesn't make a difference, but you'd be able to get the Herald for free because they were down here, came into mid, you would have gotten Herald and been able to exit safely before they contest mid. Yeah, nothing going on mid that you can help with. Yeah, it's a little bit late on your Night Harvester. It took you longer than it should have, because you could have, leading up to Drake, instead of walking all the way from top to bottom for nothing and like then looking for an invading getting collapsed on, you could have just cleared your bot side camps and been strong for Drake. Yeah. Now it's, from here on out, it's really difficult. Because like their team has pretty decent disengage. I mean, they have the Shen ult, they have Morgana shields, Lux also has decent disengage, and so diving them isn't super fun for you. All right, Drake coming up. That's good. Skirmish before this. I think that you just need to play around the... Secured it. Well, it got secured. Yeah, I think that you need to play around the split push quite a bit. Because the enemy team, the Zac really wants to dive. And so you can play around that and like disengage with the Nami bubble. And then also once they use your spells, you can use your R into the middle of the fight. And so I think you need to play around that. That's how you want to play the 4-man side of it. Like Zac dives in and you guys disengage, and then you re-engage with your ultimate when they step forward. Either that or play around the split push of have Tryndamere just push Shen in so that he's not able to ult. And then when they rotate to answer the Tryndamere, you engage on the people who they left in the other lane. I think those are two decent ways to play it. Nice. Oh, yeah, he's getting big. Q. Oh, she barely got you. I mean, Tryndamere is huge, though. You can just send him into a side lane and do some damage. Just play around his pressure. And that should be pretty natural for a Tryndamere player. Like, if you say split push, they'll be like, say no more. Except this guy, he's... Yeah, fighting out in the open like this is just not good for you guys. You can't get any ultimates off. Ashe arrows are really easy to dodge when you can see them coming. It's just not ideal for you. And then, yeah, you kind of win on the re-engage. Oh, he has the passive. Yep. Man, there are 62 kills. 62 kills in 28 minutes. 63 kills. That is insane. She's gonna die to minions. Or not. This is a real mess. Drake is up, and so you should... Oh, never mind. Drake is down. I was just going to say that the setup has to be on the top of your mind. And now it's defending against the Baron, but I'm pretty sure that they're just going to pick it up here after they get the inhib. Yeah, that's why you can't really ult in front of people. I mean, you like stood in vision, he's just going to cancel that every single time. Like, someone's going to cancel it. If the Shen doesn't have taunt up, it's going to be Morgana bind, it's going to be Lux bind. Someone's going to cancel it. That's why it's super important to set up vision around your objectives and to not fight out in the open. And Trinimir just keeps this game going. He's kind of popping off. I think you can scare him off this turret. Because Ashe, yeah, Ashe was covering mid. Nice. Finally get that mid turret. Yeah, I think after these fights, you just want to take the reset. It's like everyone's just overstaying. It's pretty rough. Yeah, stay alive. Bummer. So Drake coming up. Yeah, I would have taken the reset like after that first initial part of the fight in mid. I think that you just look for a reset knowing the dragon is coming up. Yeah, not this one, but later. Wait, actually, yeah, it is that one. So she's already dead. I mean, she might ping you because you don't let her shumpo to you, but this is where you should leave. Like right here, just walk away. I mean, there's not really anything to gain, and you should know that Dragon is coming up in the near future. So you just want to reset, spend the gold that you have. You got 1,700, but staying out on the map. If you die here, it's really rough. If they both die here, it's fine. They'll be respawned in time. But because this is so delayed out, like if Shin gets a triple kill right now, if he kills all three of you with one taunt or some crazy play, that's fine because you'll all be alive to come out and to contest the Drake. It's not going to be the end of the world. But because these deaths are so scattered, you die. The timer on Drake was, yeah, the timer on Drake before was at like 1 minute and 15 seconds. Now it's at 40 seconds, and your death timer is 49. So just take the reset in these scenarios. Because scattered deaths will cost you games. Scattered not like different places, but at different times. So now Trinimir's in the top lane. Just play around that. Go shove bottom. Force them to go answer him. Actually, you probably need to wait for that to respawn. Yeah, it just came back up. It's a bad time to get picked. You got to play around with the Trinimir pressure. Yeah, he's huge. This is a mess. Yeah, well, we'll switch over for a little bit to review the other game. I hope that there's some good stuff in this. Sorry, I'm a little bit tired. So I hope that this is somewhat helpful. But I think I would have, the big things where I would have pathed towards top. That was one of the big things, is just snowballing top lane, because top bottom there wasn't really much going on. And then your reset timers definitely need before a Drake, before an objective fight, like a minute and a half before, make sure that you were farming to get to a power spike, and then you're resetting, spending the gold, and fighting, because you know there's going to be a fight that you're fighting with the most items possible. And then also not charging your ult in vision, like knowing the areas of the map where you really want to be fighting in. All right. So I watched some of this one earlier. I think one of the strengths of Fiddlesticks is that he has so many first clears that you can disguise and that are very healthy. So you can like double leash Raptors and Red. And if you're going to play a lot of Fiddlesticks, I have one of my friends made a video on all of his clears. I'll send that over to you. And in this game, it's kind of weird. It's not super easy to gank bottom or mid. Top has some potential, but what you mainly would want to look at is where Lilia is trying to play in this situation. Because it doesn't seem, there's not a super obvious gank lane for you. I'd say the only one would be Aurelia, but Maokai's disengage is decent. And so I would just try to track where the Lilia is and try to path around what she's doing. Because there's a huge benefit of not getting a leash. If you are confident in taking a buff solo or starting like Raptors red solo, I know that you can do Wolves blue also. I'm pretty sure that's a clear. That if you can just do leashless starts, that's actually pretty helpful. Because your laners will always hit level 2 first. Your laners, like, it'll add some deception to, if they check your clear, they won't know where you started. Right here, we know that Lily is starting on red buff because they haven't shown yet either. And Maokai is in lane. So you guys will meet on the top side, and I would probably look for a counter gank. Yeah, counter gank top, because I think you hard win a counter gank. And then you're just kind of looking at what's going on up here. She got the first blood, and so you want to go hover. I was actually surprised that Lilia didn't already gank this. Because I would be pinging Aurelia to go get a ward right now, just because the danger of the Lilia gank is real. But then Lilia comes in and is like 2 HP in the first place, and Aurelia has a 2-level advantage. It's pretty crazy. Yeah, this is really weird. So right here, Lilia comes in and has 12 CS. She had 12 before she killed that minion, and double buffs. And so that means she took 2 of her buffs and then probably her Krugs or her Gromp. And actually, I don't know how she got level... She only did 3 camps, but one of them was Raptors. So I think she hit level 2 on this gank. She was sitting in the... I think she was sitting in here. Yeah, I'm just kind of amazed at this. Honestly, she hits level 3. She thinks that this is a good idea and then ganks it. And so it's just your job. She's only taken 2 camps. Well, and then Raptors. And so it's your job when you see that, being Fiddlesticks, knowing that you can clear very healthily, to go punish her for this decision. To make sure that you're making her feel the pain for really inefficient farming and bad pathing. Because she's fine now. She's like 100% healthy. And so you see that. Yeah, I really like this play of just playing aggressively. Could you have done this better? Let's see. Because you see her exit. Is she going to walk up to you? Oh, no. That's ping. I'll attribute that to ping. Yeah, just walk up in this and lead with your Q. I mean, honestly. Because this gives Maokai outplay potential. When you walk up and you take aggro, or like he can dodge a skill shot, but he can't dodge a fear. Fear is point and click. So lead with your point and click CC because you can guarantee the rest of your CC with that. So just walk up, Q. He's fear. You Q at max range, and then she just picks up the kill. You tank a turret shot. Yeah, there's no. I mean, that just introduces misplay potential by not leading with the Q. You can walk up as close as you want here. Yeah, that's like you make her a tank, and then she has to flash. She wouldn't have had to flash if you just walk up and Q. So this should be straight into Gromp. I just go take her Gromp, then take the top scuttle. Actually, I'm okay with... I lied. I'm fine with you just going for the double scuttle. But this, you don't need to wait for. This is fine to just do a drive-by. You just run through here and then go take bottom scuttle. You have priority bot lane also, so you just walk. Like, you just walk across lane. You don't need to wait for a gank. This is very low probability anyway. So you're just transitioning through. It's like, hey, how's it going? I'm going to go take both scuttles. See you later. Peace out. And then, let's see. 1594. She kills mid. I'm trying to think of a reset timer. Because I like taking the second spawn of the camps. Then you know that Lilia just hit that scrying orb, and so you know she's there. I think she's about to show mid anyway. Okay, so she shows bot. There's not really anything that you can take on her top side. But she just wasted a ton of time, which is cool. But I wouldn't walk down here. I mean, they're safe now. Like, the gank is over. Lilia has nothing to take on this bot side. I would just go into the top side, take... Or even from here, you could reset. You could finish clearing your top side to hit level... You would hit level 6 off your top side clear and then reset by your items. You'd be incredibly strong at that point. But she's not going to take Drake. They can't do anything. And your bot lane is in a very good position right here. The wave is pushing into them. They can just sit back here and farm it. They're in no danger right here. And you trying to get a solo kill on Lilia is just not really going to work out. Like, she can kite you pretty well. If she's playing it correctly, she just Qs you and then runs away. And you feel really bad. But this is a misplay, like, by the enemy team if you do get kills off this. Yeah. So anything other than a reset here, yeah. I think you could have just reset sooner or transitioned to the top and full cleared. Because then you could finish that and then come straight back out into your bot side and pick up your blue buff. That would be a really good timing. Because also your bot lane would be resetting as you're finishing your Krugs and they'd be walking back out. Top lane is handled. It's fine up here. She's 40 CS to his 11. Yeah. So top lane is fine. You don't have to go top lane anymore. And I like this start. Going from the Krugs all the way down. Don't need to gank top. It's a waste of time because it's already won. I think this is... Do I like this? Yeah, I'm cool with this. Kind of just choking out the Lilia, making sure she doesn't get any resources. Oh, I thought you were going to invade. You can invade here. You hit 6. You just pop a ward over the wall here, sit in this bush, wait for her to come to her blue. She's probably... Oh, you would just take her blue for free. Yeah, go for the invade. There's no need to be shy here. You got priority in both lanes. Priority top, priority mid. You had the timer on her blue buff. She can just handle this on her own. But, yeah, that's good. Oh, counter jungle. Counter jungle, counter. Yep. Do the blue buff at the same time. It's the same idea of the efficiency as your jungle. Gonna want to get as much as you can. Did Lilia show bot side? Take Herald. If she does. I forget. Did she show on bot side? She didn't. Okay, now she does. And now you go for Herald? This is one. This is... I mean, top lane is over. This doesn't get you anything. This gets you a lot. So I would much rather see you go for this. Yeah, it's free because he walked over to you. That makes sense. Cool. Now let's see how you use this. I think you should reset into your bot side. You got Hex Tech Alternator. I think that you can finish your... Can you finish your item at 1500? I think you farm as many camps as you need to get your full Night Harvester. And then you reset into Drake. I mean, this is... It's good. It's opportunistic. But it's not going to be there in a lot of your games. So it's good because it was there, but if you would like look for that play without the enemy misplaying, then it would have just been a waste of time. So Drake, yeah, you ended up giving up Drake when, yeah, there was no reason to. Yeah, I guess that's just her cross-mapping well, but that feels really bad. Wait. Just drop Herald here. Yeah, you don't need to... You killed two. You killed two people. And then we're pretty sure that there's at least one down here. And I think Vygar... Yeah, you see two down here. If Lilia walks up... Oh, she has Heralds. I usually take it. I'm dumb. I thought that you had it. So bot lane's pretty low. You could look for a dive here as they crash this next one if their bot lane stays. Alright. Reset. Aurelia gets picked. That's their fault for greeting and trying to push another wave with the Herald. Yeah, I just farmed top to bottom. Have your Krugs gotten cleared yet this game? Oh, they're level 7. Okay, you cleared them once. Yeah, she's on the bot side. There's nothing that you can do about this. I just go invade her top right now. Like you can shove mid, invade top. Oh, that's juicy. That's actually really juicy. Nice. Good counter jungling after you get a pick. That's really good. Now you can just... let's see, Jhin is back, but you have pressure on the map, so you kind of wait to see who answers that. So you play a little bit safe until you see people answer the Aurelia push, then you can play more aggressively. And that's why we need people to answer top before we make plays. Because only Maokai went up there. You got to use Aurelia's pressure to draw more. Is she going to just kill all of them? Yep. Okay. Alright, let's be pathing down to Dragon, I think. Yeah, this is suboptimal. It's like cool that you're counter jungling, but we just got to be aware of the Drake timers. Because if Lilia gets another Drake, it's like pretty bad. If your team wasn't so far ahead, that could have been potentially very bad if everybody was down here and like they actually were able to kill the Jhin. Oof, that was close. Like if they could kill the Jhin and then they kill your support and mid laner while you're counter jungling top, that'd be pretty rough. So after this, I mean, with the timing, I would have gone Drake as they're pushing and they get these picks. Just go straight over into Rift Herald. Use the enemy's death timers against them. Irelia is doing it now. Yeah, this is good. I like hovering her while we don't have pressure on the map, because we don't have pressure mid. There's 2 people in the base, and she probably shouldn't be pushed up this far. But you being here, you could probably 2v5 the enemy team, and so I like hovering the person who's drawing the most pressure. Because if they hard commit for her, you're there with to counter engage it. Please don't reset. Okay, good. So I think you want Herald or something to aggro it before you set this up. But yeah, you guys are so far ahead right now that you can just zoning ult. Yeah, you got split from your team. Because you didn't need to walk that way. Oh, you didn't need to walk that way after the ult. You could have walked towards the turret, which I would have preferred. Because then you're staying group. Because the only way that you're really strong is with your team. So right here, yeah, you dodge it or you go back that way. I guess you have to like reset aggro. I think that's why I don't love going on this turret when you have the potential to take aggro for like a long time. If this turret is pretty low and your team can burst it down, then it gives you a lot more flexibility of like a lot more safety that they could potentially finish the turret if you do start tanking. Or you need a stopwatch like to be able to drop aggro. Yeah, now you're in a tight spot because the turret was too healthy. It took them too long to kill it. And this is just from you guys being super far ahead to actually get kills from that, which is hilarious. All right. So yeah, this is a good final push. I think. Oh yeah, you don't get to end. Death timers are too short at 20 minutes. So now you should be looking to reset for Drake. Reset for Drake. Baron, you don't really need it. I wish that you got the first Drake, so this would put you on. This next one would put you on Soul Point. I think you could have probably sequenced differently so that you wouldn't have to give the Drake in cross map. I would just wait a minute for your team to join this, because you're tanking quite a bit before anyone even gets there. I guess the healing, I mean, it doesn't end up mattering. So you should go straight over to Drake. You just air him in mid. That's a fair option too. You don't need the Drake. It's the safer option, but I don't think you need the safer option right here. And this is looking super over. Yeah, I think the most of this game is very clean. I mean, there are obviously like the things that I talked about, that there are plays that worked out because they were misplaying or because you were really far ahead. And so you just need to make sure that that's not your standard play in other games. It works out in this game. But in other games, you want to be taking the highest probabilities. And I think the main thing that I noticed is that you just need to work on backing on power specs of, you're like, oh, I need 500 gold for this item before the next fight, before an objective. Then yeah, I'm just gonna go farm 2 or 3 camps. Gonna go do half a clear and then reset to make sure that I do that beforehand. And so syncing up your power spikes, your item power spikes, with the objective timers, I think will help out a lot in your gameplay. Hopefully this is good for you. I'm going to wrap up the review here and try to get it uploaded as soon as possible. But you were the first person to sign up. I'm Wild. You are the wildest person, wildest guy. So I hope that this is helpful for you, and I will catch you all later.